All right, the 5-day-old blockade at the Ambassador Bridge, a crucial link between the U.S. and Canada, reopened late Sunday evening after the city of Windsor, which connects Detroit via the bridge, and the auto industry succeeded in obtaining a court order giving the police permission to remove the anti-mandate protesters peacefully assembled there. Now, on Friday, Jen Psaki said President Biden spoke with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
The Prime Minister promised quick action in enforcing the law, and the President thanked him for the steps he and other Canadian authorities are taking to restore the open passage of bridges to the United States.
It was also urged on not only by President Biden, but the Chamber of Commerce and other American business groups. A Canadian Prime Minister today invoked emergency powers to quell the protest. What are we to make of all this? Joining me now to talk about what we're seeing come out of the Truckageddon is Ken Blackwell, Senior Fellow for Human Rights and Constitutional Governance here at the Family Research Council, also former Secretary of State for Ohio and former mayor of Cincinnati. Ken, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Tony, good to be with you.
All right, so let's talk about this. You've got the Chamber of Commerce calling for a crackdown on peaceful protesters in Canada who are protesting the overreach of government. But this is the same organization that has embraced Black Lives Matter, taking their graffiti that they did all over the walls in Washington, all over the buildings, and preserving it as artifacts. I mean, the duplicity of this group is amazing.
It's amazing, but it's also destructive. Look, they have embraced unscientific mandates. They have embraced the same clown car that actually waged war on American energy independence. They, in fact, are embracing the same cheerleaders for raging inflation and the deterioration of family incomes, and they are embracing a thematic theme, the thematic celebration of the Black Lives Matter Incorporated. And I'd like to move away from the slogan and talk about the organization that they have, in fact, partnered with. They have partnered with a group that's run by self-proclaimed Marxist statists who in fact are the self-proclaimed enemies of our constitutional republic. We live in a rules-based society. Things work when in fact the rule of law is appreciated. They are now in league with those anarchists who have chosen division and chaos over the rule of law and freedom. It's a shame, Tony. It's a shame.
What baffles me, Ken Blackwell, is that, and you and I go back a ways in terms of our service in government, and I used to get 100% rating with the business community because we embrace constitutional principles and the free market. And that's the future of business. If business wants to survive, they need to know what the rules are, and they also need to have the ability to operate freely. They're embracing a leftist agenda. I mean, look, the chamber has embraced the freedom-crushing Equality Act. They endorsed 3 times more Democrats in the federal races in 2020. They've taken a position on every explosive issue on the other side of it, whether it's girls' sports, therefore transgenderism in boys being in girls' sports, the diversity quotas. I mean, they're supporting China and this whitewashing of their image. I mean, how will that survive in America if the leftist policies dominate in America?
Big corporations all too often are now drunk with wokeism. One of the things that you and I both know is that job growth and America's future actually turns on businesses that employ 50 to 500 people. That's within the definition of small or medium-sized business. These corporations are globalists in their nature, and they in fact turn a blind eye to the disintegration of the nation state that we, in fact, cherish as America. They, in fact, have been weak on shoring up our southern border. That is because they, in fact, embrace this nonsense of allowing, low-wage workers to come across, no matter whether they embrace the rule of law and a path to citizenship. They, in fact, just saw them as a cheaper form of labor, eroding the working class families' stability in our country. So look, they need to get on the good foot, as James Brown would say, and in fact understand that for 246 years, we have become the most robust economy and constitutional republic in all of human history. One, because we believe in the nation. Two, we believe that God is at the centrality of our government. And three, we cherish individual liberty. We cannot embrace this globalist, statist, wokist notion that's being embraced by the chamber in this case. You got to put them back on the good foot.
Well, to help them to get on that good foot is that, instead of pulling into the Walmart store, you go down the street to the local IGA or the True Value Hardware and do your business with those small businesses that are actually more responsive to the community, and they don't embrace this leftist agenda. As you said, many of these globalist companies and corporations do. Ken, we're out of time. Always great to talk with you. Thanks so much for taking time to join us this afternoon.
Thank you, Tony. Let's go.